Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, given the proper greeting of the day as it relates to you. Today, we're going to be talking about money, and that's all that she want. All she want is your money, right? Or is it something different? Is it something different? Is she a gold digger? Yeah, that seems like a common commodity nowadays, don't it? Yes, it does. Yes, it does, boy. But check this out. Any person that values something, right, in a high regard is likely to be in pursuit of it. I'm gonna say that again. Any person that values something in a high regard is likely to be in pursuit of it. So displaying that value will pique the interest of anybody fascinated in it. Displaying that value will pique the interest of anybody fascinated in that thing. Yeah, let's talk about this relationship. Let's talk about the relationship. So let's say it's you and your significant other. Y'all doing y'all thing. Y'all taking these nice trips, right? Y'all both pushing the foreign. You know what I'm saying? You buying the houses and got acres of land and going on boat trips and you know what I'm saying? True financial freedom. Let's just say you don't have a dumb buku amount of money, right? And you make a good living. You know what I'm saying? You got a good, decent living. You able to get you a nice little car. You got a nice little crib or whatever it may be, right? A decent living, right? And you able to sustain, uh, make the ends meet, so on and so forth. But let's say you working a minimum wage job, right? And you doing what you do, right? And in all three scenarios, it's all about the money. You leading with the money. That's all you care about. That's what makes you who you are, right? That's the only thing that drives you as an individual is the money, right? So so if leading the relationship is based on the money and money alone, you're making yourself vulnerable, right? I'm gonna say that again. If leading with the money and money is what and who you are, you leave yourself vulnerable, right? Let me say that one more time. If you're leading with your money and money is what makes you who you are, you leave yourself vulnerable. Your character is flawed. Your character is flawed. All right. And that's just what it boils down to, right? It's super easy to stroke your ego based on your money. It's super easy to reward you based on your money, right? Right. That's what everything boils down to. Value, the money that you bring. So what happens when that money runs out? Or what happens when somebody else comes around with more money, right? You lead with the money. So you're teaching money is everything. It's an unconscious thing, right? But you're teaching money is everything. So if somebody comes around with more money, well, brother, you just capped out, right? She done hit her ceiling messing around with you. And the next man she see, well, he got more. And that's been elevated so high in the relationship that y'all got, right? It's been elevated so high that it trumps everything. So his bag is not worth more than you. Let me say that again. If another man comes around with more money than the amount of money you got, right? And that's all the relationship has been built on. You have elevated money above everything, including you. his bag is worth more than the relationship. You heard? So we got to start asking ourselves like questions. It's so important to start asking ourselves questions. You know what I'm saying? Like it's extremely important to start asking ourselves questions, right? And I wrote some questions down here. Is the respect that she offers contingent on the bread alone or the things that you give? Has the foundation been built on things of financial value, even down to her womb? Right? Now we just covered let me get this stuff situated. Yeah, we just covered that his bag is worth more than you, right? And that you capped out because either you lost your job or somebody came around with more of it, right? Check this out. The strength of the relationship is worth more than the financial value because the bond is what matters. Your character, digging them things up out of you, all them traumas and all them pains, and everything that you went through to develop that character, right? To develop that character and not hide behind your money means so much more than going out and taking a trip here, taking a trip there. Yeah, them things are fun. Them things are real fun. You heard? Right? Going on trips, buying nice cars, doing all of that. Cool. Cool. Do you. You know what I'm saying? But remember, your character, right? Your character and pulling all of that emotional baggage up out of you that has you loving money more than you love yourself, that has you loving money more than you trust yourself, more than you trust your own attributes, means more. Let me say that again. Your character and pulling them things up out of you and unpacking all of these different traumas that you may have went through, unpacking all of these different pains that you might feel means more than the monolithic value that 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 you offer. Because what's happening? Let's dive a little bit deeper into that. What's really happening? What's really happening right there? Right? When you really dive deep and you look a little bit deeper into that specific scenario, right? Anybody with the eyes can see, oh, that man has insecurities because he's leading with his pockets. He's not leading with who he is. Matter of fact, he doesn't believe in himself enough or trust himself enough, right? To follow through with who he is as an individual because he's being led by his money and his money is dictating how he moves. You see what I'm saying? That can even get taken a little bit deeper, right? It leaves you very vulnerable. And it's for some people will look in and be like, oh, he'd be easy to flip, right? Let's cause him some financial pain and then throw a good amount of bread at him. You see what I'm saying? Your character and digging them things up out of you, man, relying on the most high and building and taking them things up out of you and building brick by brick, developing who you are more and more each and every day. Right? The bread that you bring could be a cherry on top, right? It could be a nice cherry on top or orange or apple or whatever you like, man. Right? Or whatever she likes, or whatever. Right? But your value is determined by you and who you are. So what you lead with determines the bond in that relationship. And are you leading with you? We gone. Y'all have a great morning, a great afternoon, and a great evening. Remember, I love you. It's a transcendent side of all of us. Let's keep on creating. Let's create a better world for everybody. gone.